All right. Another day, another chill play. This time, once again, with Pantheon Rise of the Fallen, Season 2 of their alpha test. Today is going to be my, I guess we can call it finale, right? Season 2 is coming to a close. This is episode 7. I think I did 6 episodes on Season 1. So today we might just chill, explore, maybe direct my conversation more so to the devs. What are you looking at, Max? My dog just walked up. He's like, ooh, Daddy's talking to somebody. Just talking to these people. But I think I'm going to direct my conversation today more so to the devs. Provide some honest feedback. Kind of some, some do's, some don'ts, some, hey, pat on the back on this. Would like to see more of this. Would like to see less of that. Etc., etc. And yeah, just really just chill. I've had a long week, just like everyone else in the world. And I'm actually very excited to be here, just to relax, absorb the environment and everything else Pantheon has to offer. I will say, I don't have a lot of complaints, but I do have some wish list items. I'll start off by saying I love the direction they've gone as far as points of interest. You can't really go too far when exploring Terminus without running into a point of interest or a POI. EverQuest, other classic MMOs, that's kind of what made you go from place to place. And even without a map, you'd remember the world by, hey, let's meet up at the Wizard Spires, or the Druid Rings, or the East Commons Tunnel, or, etc., etc. And I think Pantheon is doing just that. So here we are, not far from the gate of this town. And just as it becomes to leave our sight, we have another point of interest there. And the idea is that it's supposed to, and then there's another point of interest there. You can see mountains in the distance. So I think all those things are great. But if I could say anything to the devs, right, boom, there you go. See, I look to my left, I see another point of interest, right? That's one thing I think they've done really, really well. And my feedback to the devs is, that's 100% like amazing, right? Just like, great job, keep doing it. You're on the right track. More of that, and you're gonna have great success. Very nice. Yeah, everything's gonna go well, right? With that being said, as the world progresses, I would expect, and this is kind of like my ask, that you guys would continue to incorporate lower level camps, right? As a low level dude, I like to go places that I'm not supposed to. So sprinkling in lower level camp in certain places. Like Season 3, there's going to be orcs, right? It's going to be a snowy region. And I get that there's going to be certain people that can level there, because they've already achieved level 13, 15, 20, or beyond. But if it's just that, like, hey, you got to be level 20, or don't waste your time coming here. Well, while I understand that, I would like, what that does for me is it makes things feel a little bit linear. And one thing I liked about EverQuest, it didn't have that linear feel, right? So we're about to go back to the Thronefast area. We moved over to Avendir's Pass, right? It's kind of like a step above as far as leveling is concerned. This is really a level 8 plus area. I did see some lower level mobs there by the town, whatever it's called. But once we get to the snowy region, my understanding is that the level bump will go up again, say from level, 15, 20 and up, right? So you kind of see what I'm saying. It's like it's starting to feel a little bit more linear, like from a progression standpoint, and I get that, and that's fine if that's what you guys are going for. I'm just saying, I don't want my next playthrough, right? Imagine me making an alt. I don't want my next playthrough when I create an alt after level 30, level 40, level 50, whatever, to have the exact same linear path as this guy, as Draekos, right? And that's my fear. When you make things a little bit too linear, that's kind of what happens, right? And again, if that's the game loop and the feel that you're going for, it's go for it, But diversity, every level, every zone, every place, there's dangers high and low in every place, right? Even the low level mob starting areas, there should be wandering named mobs, which you have that, which is great. I see the lighting bug is not fixed yet, but that's okay. I've been noticing jumping from Avendir's Pass to Thronefast. It's very typical to see that the time zones are not lined up. But yeah, that's a bug, and we're not here to talk about bugs. I'm more of talking about like the vision of moving forward. The other thing I have been thinking a lot about is the gamification of climbing. I think when I first went into Pantheon, I'm going to turn that down just a bit. There you go. When I first got into Pantheon and I first thought about the climbing mechanic, I thought it was cool. I was like, climbing in an MMO. That sounds cool. But then I was like, before even trying Season 1, by the way, that my brain, my two brain cells started to get rubbed together, and I started to think to myself, is that good? Sounds kind of gimmicky, right? And here's what after 2 seasons of playing, here are my thoughts. I think climbing is awesome. I think, especially just the freedom to run up to a wall and start climbing and exploring, that's the plus to it. I think it's been really cool. Hey, look, another POI. We're past the POI conversation, but I just wanted to kind of highlight that again. So yeah, my thinking is like, climbing mechanic. Okay, it's not a gimmick. It's been very fun. It's been helping me traverse the world and helping it become more impactful. But I noticed something, and this really stems from Thronefast. You see how we're surrounded by walls, right? And then we enter Avendir's Pass, and that's like a separate biome, separate zone, separate area. Now, I understand what like the environment and the lore of this area, a mountainous, mighty region, but Thronefast, the humans who built their castle upon a rock, right? Surrounded by natural fortifications and layered on top of that with their stone fortresses, right? Like lore galore, great. But if this is the excuse to separate zones for every area, then it's gonna feel like, okay, it's a gimmick. All these mountains are doing is are separating zones and forcing you to go through a specific area. I don't think that's going to be the case. I know that I heard Joppa say that there's going to be plains, there's going to be completely different biomes. So I don't expect every zone to be separated by mountains. I don't expect climbing to be necessary in every area. I'm just saying as a feedback point, please don't make the gameplay loop that every single zone is like this, where there's basically this wall separating it. My understanding is with my climbing skill being good enough and being able to traverse from this rock to that rock to that rock and to that rock, once I get to the top of this ledge, I should go over to Avendir's Pass. Because of my high level in climbing, I have the freedom to do that, right? That's my expectation, and that's kind of the same thing goes here. If I go over this mountain all the way to the top, I should end up in that snowy region. So they really have bitten off a lot, and I think that it's something they can chew, but it's a lot to chew because that means their entire world has to pretty much be uniform, right? I was talking to somebody about this the other day. It's like with a game like EverQuest, you can make zones individual from themselves, and they don't have to kind of like line up perfectly, right? One can be a square, one can be a triangle, one zone can be an octagon, and right, they don't have to fit together perfectly on a map. Like you can make a, pretty looking map. What do you call it? Concept art map. But in the real world, when you're actually playing the game, the zones, like, they don't line up like that. Like, that's just for show. But in the game, because there's zone lines here, there's really just one place to zone, right? Or maybe two. Here is different. It's like everything, just like you see the map drawn out, like on a piece of paper, is how it's going to be here. What I'm saying is that's a pretty difficult feat to make everything perfectly seamless. So they've got their work cut out for them. I think they can chew it. I think it's not more. I don't think they bit off more they can chew. I just think it's a lot of work. So just please don't make every zone separated by tall walls. That's all. That was my feedback for the climbing, right? Another thing for the climbing, just before I move on to something else, is I don't know if this is something you'd consider, but maybe implementing climbing in some cases, like on a building, or not. You know, climbing over the wall of a fort or something. I don't know. Just, again, I don't have enough brain cells right now to rub together to formulate a decent opinion or a thought on that part, but I'm thinking like a rogue, for example. Maybe a rogue can scale some forts or some walls, whereas a normal person can't climb a building. Rogue might be able to scale something like a tower or an orc fort and sneak through and open a back door, unlock it with his picklock ability. And from there, let the rest of the group in. So you can lay siege on the orc camp, from a different angle. Stuff like that. Basically, I'm saying it would be nice if the... Oh my gosh. I'm assuming that's one of the devs or something. Let me see who that is. Tefin? Oh, let's follow them and see what they do. That person was just flying. Yep. What the heck? Is that like a monk ability? Well, if it is, I want that skill. That was pretty cool. So yeah, I just yapped about the climbing, the points of interest, and that's definitely like a skill. It's pretty cool. And then the linear progression, which I hope there's not too much of in this world. In the world of Terminus, I don't want linear progression. Not too much, at least. It'd be nice to mix it up like EverQuest. What else? I think we're just gonna hang out and play for a bit until other things come to mind. But yeah, those are like kind of like the biggest things. Everything else that I could bring up is just like, oh, okay, this is a bug, that's a bug. Hey, this quest is broken. This quest needs remaking. This feels unbalanced. Like, There's no reason to talk about that stuff. It's an unfinished game. It's like alpha, pre-alpha, you know. It's in development, right? If you're pledging to basically be an alpha tester, which is awesome. That's what I'm here for. And there's a separate place for that. There's a Discord where people that are involved with this project are giving tons and tons of feedback. The community is really unified, especially right now. I mean, VR and Japa and the rest of his team have completely changed the trajectory of this project. So that is not right. What the heck, Teffin? You teffing around here, man. Stop teffing around. Yeah, man. Just everything about this game is so much fun and so much better than what I expected. And that's been the feedback I've been seeing from a lot of different people is, yeah, this game is flipping awesome. And I don't disagree. So let's do Shock Undead. You radiate celestial flame in an area. Enemies inside of the radius generate increase hate and divine damage. No, thank you. We're gonna stick to Shock Undead. We're gonna go ahead and pill. Oh, these guys are blue to me now. Nice. Yoink. Oh my gosh. He's kicking my butt. Dang, he really hurt me. Alright, we're gonna do less of that and maybe find a group. 3 cloth, 4 armor. Let's see, my late night snack of the day, don't tell my dentist, is going to be this guy. Sour Punch Bites. And this is going to be my season finale, so I think the last day of season 2 for the simpletons like myself is tomorrow or this weekend, like Friday or Saturday. There's going to be an event tomorrow. I think they're going to be playing hide and seek. And yeah, should be cool. I've been playing so much Helldivers that I literally just tried to dive. I literally hit Alt just now of wanting to dive because I saw the guy was buffing. Oh man, so much. That game is so much fun. You know, sometimes during these play sessions, and whether I'm playing EQ or Monsters and Memories or Pantheon Rise of the Fallen or Evercraft, this is always like the great escape. You know what I mean? Classic MMO, take you back to a simpler, chiller time. You know, no forced PvP, no forced this, just nice old hardcore PvE experience. You can get creative and you can solo, or you can group up and tactically, what's the right word? Be more tactical in your approach. Group up and combine your forces, you know? Some D&D type of gameplay, right? So there's that. But yeah, this is a great place to escape, but it's also a social MMO. And one thing I've been trying not to do, because adulting is hard sometimes, and this is not a platform for me to vent on my personal affairs. But man, after weeks like this, sometimes it is tempting. But in respect to why we're all here, it's chill play. So we can think about anything but that stuff. I'll just shut up on that note, but I hope everyone's having a good week. And I hope when you do hang out with me, this is relaxing and takes your mind off things. And I guess that was just a gentle reminder that, hey, we're all going through stuff and we can all stick together and get through it. And we can just hang out and chill and adventure through an imaginary world that is not complete yet. And be okay with that. While we're here, have we completed any quests? So, harvest. Let me make this extra big because I can't, see a thing tonight. Make it chunkier. Alright. Still 5 ash logs are not in my possession. Interesting. Mine 5 lumps of coal. Okay, I got 3 out of 5. I can get that. Gather 10 blackberries. Again? Chill, Daddy. I thought we did that already. I'm sure by now you've seen all the blackberry bushes around Fort. Yes, I have. And I came back and gave this to you already, homie. Obtain stolen silk cloth. Deliver 3 roasted boar meat. Hey, there you go. Let's do that. So we have 4 boar meat. So, let's see. Obtain some thyme and cook it together with boar meat at the kitchen to create roasted boar meat. Alright. So, does anyone have the time? Get it? Have the time. Who's got the time? There's some stale bread. How you gonna sell stale bread? Like, I go to Aldi sometime and I get pissed. You know, when I first started going to Aldi, they had some nice bread, nice berries, nice everything. And I'd be going there and it has like strawberries with mold and all this other stuff. I'm like, guys, you're literally selling produce and you're racking the stuff. Can you not put this junk here? Ration crate. Why is there a ration crate here? Blackberry sparkle. And howling stew. +5 dodge. Health recovered while resting. +2 mono. What the? That's nice. Okay, we'll take it. Now I want to see what else I can discover. Alright, well here's the kitchen. You're not close enough. I'm literally on top of it, buddy. What, do you want me to jump on it? You better stop. You want me to sit on it? Am I close enough now? Okay. Maybe it's the... There. Oh, duh. Oh gosh, Zabooty. How's it going? I'm going well. How are you going? Zabootify said, you are better with an... excuse me. You are better with inventory management than I am. I'm a pack rat, I guess. My entire bank is bags, and almost every bag is full of random junk, it seems. Nothing wrong with that. I would totally be doing that too. Just gotta zoom in a little bit on your chat so I can read it better. So it's gonna kill my audio. And I'm back. All right. No, yeah, the reason I don't have a lot of, like, for example, this is the most, so the most pack ratting I've done so far is I've saved this stuff. Hold on. This is the stuff I've saved up in my most recent adventures. And I promise you I had more blackberries. Somebody robbed me for blackberries while I logged off. Yeah, but anyways. And then, what's the other thing I was going to tell you? I was running out of inventory space. What is she wearing? Girl, put some pants on. This is a G-rated show. Let's see here. Maple log. Yeah, and to be honest, I don't even know how to get more bag space. Zabooty. Still can't see the rest of my chat. What's going on? Okay, there we go. I think I should be able to read it. Yeah, but anywho. I mean, maybe I should ask somebody how to do it. Alright, this guy's selling some stuff. Forgotten Knight Shield, want to sell Rock Splitter. 4253 plus 3 strength, 1 gold. Is that a slasher? What is that? 5 damage. Okay. Forgotten Knight Shield. 1 gold. Ooh, Forgotten Knight Shield. 8 AC? What's this? But plus 2 stomp. Bandit's Bear Hide. Gloves. 6 AC. 1 Constitution. 1 Agility. No, thank you. Blood Soaked Shield. 4 AC. No, thank you. Rock Bone Skullcap, 8 AC, 2 Fire, 2 Stamina, 50 Silver. Rippling Rapid Hide Boots, no thank you. Stone Hide Foot Guard, 6 AC, 2 Agility. Foot Guards, that's tempting. Stone Hide. That's a good upgrade, right? 10 damage, 2.8, 2 strength, 2 HR. Kiberas, Ichor Coated Fang, 1 Dex, 1. That's outdated, sorry. Sephiroth is the Rock Splitter. What is the Rock Splitter? 4253. Huh. Bandit Bear Hide, Knight Shield. I want the Forgotten Knight Shield. Tell, Sephiroth. Can I spell? Sephiroth. Hey there. I saw you mentioned... Oh, devs, you hear that? The music just glitched, like it was playing, and now it decided to switch. So I don't know what's up with that, but I've noticed that on a couple of these episodes. Okay, anyways. Hey there, I saw you mentioned the last post was outdated. However, is the Knight's Shield still available for sale? Okay. I don't know why I had to write out an entire paragraph. Oh, duh. Oh my gosh. I'm such a dummy. Zabootify said you just craft the bag and put the empty bag in your bank. Then you can fill the bag. Like just like EQ, you know what I mean? You go to the bank and the bank has 8 slots and you put a bag in each slot and then boom, each... I don't know why my brain... And you know what's sad? It's not like my brain just glitched on that. This entire playthrough, I've just been like, oh wow. I wonder how I increase my bag slottage. And I forgot that it's just like classic games. I know like in more modern games, it's not like that. You actually have to buy slots for your bank. And in here, it's just like classic EQ. You just, oh, you got a bank? Great. Drop some bags in there, and then that's more inventory space. Sheesh. While we're on the topic of classic EverQuest, this is another thing. So again, this is towards the devs. Annie Ray, Fresh Produce, Shia Fellweather, Kev, Lazy Eye, Lias Eleno, Off Duty Regular. I want to be able to walk up and attack. Okay. You see the problem that I'm having? So, basically what I'm trying to say is, I understand you guys are probably going to go a very specific way with your faction system. And I'm sure it will work for whatever you guys are trying to accomplish. And I like the fact that I can have a two different people. Like, okay, look at the bottom of my screen where it says I'm currently targeting a friendly, right? It's blue, it's friendly, so I can heal this person, right, or buff them, while targeting this small brown rat. Love that idea, and from a grouping perspective, it's great, right? So I can have like Anturius, right? He's selected here. I got the small brown rat. I'm using my attacks, heavy slash, whatever, on the brown rat, and I'm healing simultaneously the off-duty regular, whoever I got selected. I think that's brilliant, right? I really enjoy that. However, I also enjoy making my own decisions. As let's say I'm playing a rogue, and I started a human rogue and throwing fast. I tend to, and I'm not saying myself, but let's say someone tends to play more on the dark side, right? We'll use EverQuest as an experience. They're a human rogue that worships Inruk, right? So they tend to be hated by more people than not. And for that same reason, they like to visit Isabel Bailey for some extra XP. Basically, being able to kill friendly NPCs. Please. At least put some thought into it. I get that you probably have a way or idea that you're already thinking what to do with the faction system, but this is immersion breaking. I don't see why I can't attack this person and get completely wrecked. Like, yeah, as a level 9, I should get wrecked. One shot, done. Right? But as I come back here at level 40, I might consider camping this person. Right? So, that's it. Just want to FYI to the devs, like, personal feedback, not being able to kill whoever and whatever and whenever I want, or get wrecked by them, is immersion breaking. So I'm done with my rant. Again, I'm from the EverQuest Baldur's Gate camp of do as you please. There's gonna be major consequences for it, right? If I make this decision, I probably will never be able to step into Throne Fast without Invis again, unless I work my faction back up by killing orcs and goblins and whoever. Cool. So we're done with that topic. Why am I running in circles? Apparently I can't talk and run at the same time. Did he respond to my tell? Hey there. Cool. Awesome. May I buy Anyone else for some? Oh, okay. Yes, please. 8 slot boxes. Coming to bank. So people are giving away free stuff. Nice. Okay, at Carpenter. Thank you kindly. Out. Okay, so let's free up some space. We're gonna open up this and put some pants on, young lady. What you doing? Oh, it's Sephiroth. Okay, so we are going to give this person. Wait, let's make sure we can actually wear it. Oh, okay. Hey, devs, if you're listening, make it so I can actually inspect what I'm buying, please. So, so I can know if I can use it. Say, let's see what we just bought. Dang, not her, the shield. Ah, get some better lighting. Oh dang, look at me, I'm fancy. Oh, let's turn this off. Oh dang, you looking bad, boy. You looking real bad. Bad to the bone. Oh yeah, look at that. Now I just need some plate mail. Vontae, if you're listening, come on, man. Dang, that looks fancy, dude. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm excited for when this game is like more developed. It's gonna look so cool. I miss me a good fashion quest. You know what I mean? Just like that feeling of progressing new. The carpet building is by the stables. I had no idea. On my way. Alright, so now Faye apparently is giving away some boxes, so I can be more like Zabutify and be a hoarder. Alright, there's the alchemist. Oh gosh. Dang. That was... You guys didn't see me picking in my ear. I took a shower and apparently there's still some water in there. TMI. Let's see here. Carpenter building is by the stables. Okay. Hey, look, is that a bell? Wait, can you close the door? You can close doors. So cool. Hey, Faye. How you doing? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Oh, you rock. You rock. Oh, you rock so much. Thank you. I have some maple. Let me grab it from the bank for you. Oh, would give you an extra box for maple? You're too kind. But you don't have to. I can't. That she's being genuinely kind, and I just want to be genuinely kind back. I can't. All right, so we put these boxes in. Wait, what happened to my other box? Huh? Oh, it went inside here. Sweet. Okay, so I guess I didn't need to take these bags out. I can just leave these bags in here. And I have maple. She wants maple. She's gonna get the maple log. She's gonna get... That sounded... Oh, God. She's gonna get the wood. Oh, God. Stop. Just stop talking. We're gonna deliver... she's gonna give me the box, and I'm gonna give her the maple logs, plural, 14 of them. Oh gosh, that was not intentional. Okay, here, she's gonna get this, and she does not need to give me the box. 14, but she's still giving me the small storage box. Okay. Thanks so much. So we just got 3 boxes from that nice lady. And she's got that cool armor on. Oh yeah, another thing, devs, so I'm gonna try not to talk about things that I know are like down the road in development. Like for example, like emotes. Like I get it. That's not in the game yet. There's no point of even working on that yet because you haven't dropped the you haven't put in the other races yet. Okay, I get that because that's like animation work that can be done way later. What I will say is as you're making and building out the UI, like being able to inspect other people, being able to link items in the chat for when we're selling, and what I just did when we were trading items, like I couldn't inspect the item I was trying to buy, right? So I have to kind of go by their word, right? So I get it, that's probably down the road, but maybe it would be better to bring that in sooner than later, just for the sake of the co-op kind of collaborative MMO gameplay that we experience here. So just a FYI. I'll probably put some chapters in just to remind myself about this stuff I'm talking about, and then I'll just post it on the Discord because I probably guarantee the devs aren't going to watch my videos. Because I'm not like... like, I'm having a great time. I don't think I've said anything really negative, but I'm also not a fanboy. Like, I'm honest, and when I'm honest, I'm brutally honest, but it's usually constructive, honest feedback. And then sometimes I kind of say stuff that I probably shouldn't say on stream about other stuff. So I don't expect anyone from their team to watch my stuff. However, I will go on the Discord and give them a compilation of my thoughts. So let's see here. We have 18 silver. We're going to just go ahead and sell it all. We are going to hold on to the boar meat because that's part of a quest. And, ooh, eat to restore 5 endurance. Nice. Yeah, but I'd be saying some off-the-wall stuff sometimes. Which is cool because I don't care. Long bear don't care. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, we're gonna keep that stuff. And we're gonna sell everything else. Somebody's probably gonna be like, no, don't sell the celestial dust of magic. That is so valuable. Not the celestium dust of vitality. No, that's even more important. I did hear it's pretty rare. Oh, I gotta keep the coal for one of my quests. Alright. Gonna sell it all. Oh, I didn't even check how much I get. 5 silver, that's it. 5 silver. Chunk of bear meat. 2 silver. Oh, well, it's gone now. Okay, so we were looking for time. I have that sitting in the bank. Max. I just vacuumed. Please don't out. Or do you need to go outside? Oh, gosh, man. You might as well say hello. Not sure what his deal is, but I'm gonna probably let him out so he can use the bathroom. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. He just needed to use the restroom, so I let my dog out. He's a husky. Puppy. All right. Let's organize my bank inventory. That's which one's which. Okay, that's the second one. I'm gonna put that there and there. Recipe fragments. I'm gonna put that in the back because I'm saving that for my friend Vante. The Asherite and that I'm gonna save for Vante. Vante is my buddy that plays with me on occasion. And the Weathered Club, Short Spear, and Rusted Longsword are all quest items, as is the Sturdy Stick and the Young Foxtail. The Lantern Belt is currently not functional. They've disabled it, but we're gonna hold on to it. And fresh apples. Eat to restore 10 health. Oh, hello. Why am I not carrying this around? Nice. Dummy. Yeah, I like how impactful it is to actually like chop down trees like from an apple tree and then get a reagent or regent, however you say it, and actually it be useful. Well, that's really cool. And thank you, Zabutify, by the way. I can't believe my brain glitched on being able to do all the stuff you just told me to do about the bank inventory. All right, so let's find some time. So I'm assuming there's got to be a cook somewhere. Fresh produce. There you go. Now we're using our brain. All right, let's see. Cabbage, Avendeer trout. Okay, I'm mildly disappointed. I don't see any time. Apparently it is reagent. Said the word incorrectly 3/4 of my life. Yeah, same here. Yeah, reagent. Zabutify said, oh, that was Mick Moogle, by the way. Apparently it's reagent. Said the word incorrectly 3/4 of my life. Same here. Same here. Zabutify, it's all good. We've all been there. Yep. I'm actually I'm terrible at multitasking, so like this whole idea of streaming and talking and doing something at the same time is not my forte. Alright, let's anyone know where to get some time? Oh, you know what I want to do really quick? Here. Let me show you guys something really quick. I'm sure most people that follow the project have already seen this. But we're gonna check it out anyways. What the heck, dude? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's see if I can get this to work. Yep. Here we go. There we go. And turn that down. Make this full screen.
Hey everyone, Joppa here. Since February, Pantheon Rise of the Fallen has seen thousands of players logging into Terminus to help us test our upcoming intensely social MMORPG in the new season's format. In Season 1, we introduced the Zone of Avendir's Pass. In Season 2, we brought players to the Overland Dungeon of Mad Run. And we're just getting started.
I'm going to back it up just for 1 second.
The new season's format. In Season 1, we introduced the Zone of Avendir's Pass. In Season 2, we brought players to the Overland Dungeon of...
That dungeon looks creepy and a place I never want to visit with all those spiders.
Mad Run. And we're just getting started. Coming May 11th, Chapter 1 Season 3 promises to be our biggest update yet. Entitled Land of Blood and Snow, our pledges will be able to test out the new climate...
Am I playing this at full quality? Yeah, I am.
An acclimation system for the very first time.
I'm just so used to watching everything in 4K that when I see 1080p, I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Situated in the snowy mountains of Avendir's Pass.
You know what's interesting about this? When I saw this footage, it reminded me a lot of what they were building before the graphics change. So it seems like they were able to, what's the word I'm looking for? Salvage the look that they had. Like you see, there's still some like reflection on the ice and the rocks here. It would be interesting to see how they implement some of their game mechanics as far as like if you're running on ice, you're probably going to be slowed down and everything. Yeah.
Pass lies Hangor, a dungeon for players level 25 and above, featuring the North Tusk Orc tribe led by the...
That's cool, man. I'm looking forward to this, man. Bring back Crushbone.
Fearsome Usharuk. In this frigid climate, players will need to be prepared.
And of course, I love how he says, in this frigid climate, all the orcs wear bikinis. I love it.
Prepared by finding and equipping special glyphs to combat the extreme cold as they seek out the orcs of this region.
Yeah, so I can see that the screen itself, kind of like when playing Helldivers or something like that, you know, the screen gets red and bloody. Looks like the screen is gonna get frozen unless you have like a specific glyph. That should definitely add a lot of depth to the gameplay. So, Zabutify said, "Sorry, my wife came in and was talking. What do you need for the quest you're trying to complete?" I think I was looking for time, like time, as in THYME. And Mick Mughal said, streaming plus YouTube also probably causing a bottleneck. Yeah, but I mean, to be honest, I've done other streams, and one of the things I'm pretty proud of is not proud of, but one thing I'm really going for in all my stuff is if I'm live streaming, it has to be at least 2K. If I'm recording and uploading after the fact, it has to be 4K. I'm a stickler for pixels. I mean, if I have the ability, like I paid a lot for my computer. I can have symmetrical gigabit fiber, so I expect nothing but kind of the best. You know what I mean? But anywho.
To combat the extreme cold as they seek out the orcs of this region. Also coming in Season 3 are additional class balancing, new music, new sound effects, new weather, additional spell...
So I was talking about this earlier, like where it makes sense to have all these mountains, great. But as they progress through the world and where there's like plains, kind of like the North Karana and so forth, I expect to see less and less of just mountains, right? I don't want my zones all to be separated by mountains just for the sake of separating them with mountains, but I'm sure they're not going to do that.
Effects, performance optimizations, a sizable increase to experience gains, a revamp of the outfitting profession, and of course, new enemies and challenging encounters. Chapter 1 Season 3 opens to VIP pledges on May 11th, to champions on June 8th, and to supporters on June 15th. Find out how you can get involved at pantheonmmo.com/pledge and at pantheonmmo.com/seasons. Onward and upward, everyone. We'll see you in Terminus.
Ooh. A dragon. Nice. Yeah, so it looks like a, higher level area. Again, this goes back to what I said on the beginning of the stream. I like the progression. I think there should be a natural progression. I just don't want it to be too linear. I don't want to go through Throne Fast 1 through 10 to Avendir's Pass, like 10 to 20, and then be forced into this place 20 to 30, because that is going to feel very, very repetitive if I do multiple playthroughs, which I will. I love creating alts. My first character is always a druid, then I usually go for a ranger, and then I usually go for a rogue. And then after that, I might do something like an enchanter or something like that. So it would just be disappointing to be too linear. But again, I will give him the reason of the doubt and say that they're obviously in early development. All right, back to the sunny and wonderful world of Terminus. Now that it's a little brighter out, I can get a good look at my new armor. I'm excited for the new sounds, but I will say that they already have a lot of amazing sound effects. I forgot the company that they use, but they have a really good partnership with some kind of company that does their sounds for them. So they're spot on with the sound effects. Let's see here. Did I miss anything? No. Let's see. Harvesting wild herbs. Wild herbs, random. Okay. So we're gonna go harvest some wild herbs. And what else? What are you cutting down? Oh, you know what? There's an area I haven't explored yet. I haven't been to this area. Not here, but you'll see. Where is it? I love these guys. They're so cool. Alright, cool. This is the place I haven't really explored yet. Oh, I haven't seen you guys before. Oh, crap. Didn't mean to attack you. Alright. R.I.P. Yeah, the sound design is awesome. Just everything is making a noise. The rats, the beetles, the spiders, the birds in the background, the music. Oh, okay. This is like the shaman starting area. Makes sense. Okay, cool. Makes perfect sense. So when you create a shaman, this is probably the area where you start off. Little starting area. And what is that? Is that a low-level dungeon? No, it's some kind of place that hasn't been fleshed out yet, I think. Okay. See, here's a structure that's climbable. I mentioned this in my earlier thing that I feel like some buildings should definitely be climbable, and it looks like that's the case here. Alright. Well, in that case, we're gonna leap for joy. Weep. Oops. McMookle said, oh, this is regarding the whole streaming YouTube thing. Yeah, I get that. I miss having the symmetrical fiber optics. I moved, and it isn't offered here. Yeah, that sucks, man. I hate that. I actually work in... I'm a part of that industry where, you know, it's kind of part of my day-to-day dealing with fiber optics and telecommunications and stuff like that. And it's almost like a prerequisite. Before I move, I'm like, all right, is there fiber there? I don't think I could live with cable or broadband or copper or anything like that. It's just too painful for me. Zabutify said, I can check my bank if you want. I'm sure I have some time if you want it. I don't want to trouble you, man. If you happen to be around and you happen to have it, and you want to share some with me, that's great. I'm just kind of not that pressed about even getting the quest completed, to be honest. I'm shocked that I even got the shield and everything else I got. I just wanted to kind of come in here one last time before Season 3. Reflect a little bit. And maybe find a group. Actually, we're going to do that now. You are now shown looking for group. Let's see. Friends. There's... all my buddies are offline. This is everyone that's Cortex. We're actually gonna go to Avendir's Pass really quick. We're gonna leave this area. So don't worry about the time. I'm gonna actually look at what is the wild vegetables they told me to look through. Let me see here. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. So when I asked out of character, you see at the bottom right, I said, anyone know where I can get some time? Wild herbs, wild herbs, wild herbs. It's random. Wild herbs, random. Harvesting wild herbs. Chuckin said, LOL, whole server's like, I know this one. Oh my gosh. I love it. It's so funny. Hey man, but that's what it's about. Like a lot of the stuff that like a newcomer is this is gonna be, they're not gonna be used to this, but it's like, all right, I don't know what I'm doing and I don't know where to look it up. Well, you're gonna have to ask somebody. You're gonna have to stretch those social muscles. Alright, I've been on for about an hour now. I'm just gonna be on for a bit more. I don't want to make this a late night thing. Need to get my rest. Alright, be right back, 2 seconds. Alright, I have returned. Oh, Malachi would like to be your friend. Become their friend. Why, yes. Malachi. Zabutify, I'm assuming that's you. Zabutify said I'll add you. And if you want to group up next season, let me know. Oh, well, I'll let you know right now. Yes. And McMoogle, time is the new Mankirk's wife. I apologize if I don't immediately get the pun there. Yeah, that's me. Okay, cool, man. That's what I love about live streaming. I get to meet cool people, and I know the struggle is real sometimes finding people to group with. And I gotta say the biggest benefit to putting these play sessions out there on the interwebs is I've met cool people and grouped with people, and it's just fun, man. Like, I'll be honest, I say this a lot on my streams, and I started doing this in November because I've been wanting to make a YouTube channel for a long time. Just so I can kind of like record my EverQuest shenanigans and memories. Because if anyone's played EverQuest, right, you know, like, and I'm talking about classic EverQuest. No offense to TLPers. I'm not a live player. I don't like TLPs. It's just not for me. But like, I do play EverQuest Classic on Project 1999 Green Server and most recently Project Worm. And one of the things I always wished I did is kind of encapsulated or captured some of those memories, because I mean, I still have memories from 1999. I have memories from like 2019 and 2020, 2020 I mean. And I was like, man, I have a couple of screenshots, and I can look at the screenshot, and like each screenshot has like a story to tell, right? I'm like, well, what if I just record that stuff, right? So that's why I kind of started doing this for myself, kind of like to streamline that entire process of capturing those memories. And inadvertently, I ended up having people start subscribing and chatting and doing all this cool, you know, the normal Twitch and YouTube stuff, which I kind of wasn't really going for. But it ended up happening anyways. So I'm actually like, wow, this is fun. I'm meeting new people. I'm playing, but I'm not like playing alone. Even when I am playing alone, I've got people to chill with. So yeah, I just want to say that I think that's really cool. Let's see, Mick Moogle. So in World of Warcraft, back in vanilla, when it first came out, decades ago. Shoot, you make me feel old, man. I remember when it came out. There was a quest where Mankirk asked you to find his wife. Now, back then, there were no quest helping mods. Every 5 minutes, you'd see in the chat, "Where's Mankirk's wife?" That's hilarious. Yeah. No, and to be honest, that's the era I grew up in. And look, I would go on the wiki, I'd go on Alakazam, I'd go on all the supplementary websites. I'd buy the manual or whatever, whether it was EverQuest or World of Warcraft, and I was cool with that. And then I got the add-ons later on, but then when it became mainstream and you couldn't play the game effectively without the add-ons, it kind of changed the MMO genre into something. It shifted to something new. So I think there's like the modern MMO now, and then there's the classic MMO. And if somebody would ask me, it's like, well, what do you prefer in an MMO? I'd say I'm a classic MMO player. And if somebody were to say, well, that's like, I've heard Asmongold saying, like, nobody wants to play that kind of game anymore. Like, that's dead. You can't relive the olden days. They're gone. And I'd say, couldn't disagree more, because that's like me saying these, what do you call those 2D games? Platformers, right? That's like me saying, oh, nobody wants to play Commander Keen anymore. That was back in the 90s. That's a platformer. That's 2D. Nobody plays those games anymore. You old farts need to stop and move on to the future. The future is 3D everything. Which is not true, because there's an entire industry on Steam of 2D platformer games, low poly, low pixel, and some of them high poly. Like there's the one of the most popular 2D platformers is the one where you play as that like White Knight. He's like a ghost with a skeleton face or something like that. I forgot it. And yeah, people love that stuff. And if classic MMO, if classic WoW taught us anything, when all the people started asking, give us vanilla MMO, like, I can't talk. Give us classic WoW. Because remember when Blizzard shut down the emulated server, right? They were like cease and desist, and people were like outraged. And then even in the Blizzard Con or whatever, BlizzCon, the guy stood up and they gave him the mic. He's like, are you guys ever going to do classic WoW? And the guy on stage, like, basically made an Asmongold statement saying, nobody wants that. And people are like, no, that's actually exactly what we want. We want the option to play a harder, simpler version of the game. And yeah, I mean, I would say it's a game mechanic. It's a mechanic. It's not a, there's no quality of life, this game's broken. No, it's part of the mechanics of the game to not have a map, or to maybe have calligraphy, like Monsters and Memories plans on doing. So yeah, I'm definitely a classic MMO genre fanboy. Hollow Knight, thank you, McGoodle. That's the platformer side scroller. Like, think about it, like something like Hollow Knight is basically Commander Keen, right? That's the first platformer that pops into my head that I played as a kid. So like, to say nobody wants to play a classically inspired MMO is the same as saying nobody wants to play a 2D side scroller. Like, classic MMO, that's just a separate genre. There's modern MMO, which is something like BDO or Ashes of Creation, or, you know, like, for example, I've been following Ashes of Creation for years, right? But it clicked just recently, and actually it was after I played PAX Day. I played PAX Day, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to play that game and immerse myself in that game, and it's going to be freaking beautiful, and oh my gosh, and it's an MMO, and you can build, and I'm like, I had really high hopes for it. And then the first thing I did, I was like this. Now imagine I'm playing PAX Day right now, and I recorded this, and I saw like the moon, right? So I'm like right here. I'm like, oh my gosh. Let me turn off the UI. Oh, okay, that wasn't a feature, right? So I'm like, all right, let me go into first person view. And then it stopped. I was like, wait, I want to go into first person view, and it just wouldn't let me go. I'm like, come on, man, first person view. And like, here you go. This is what I was trying to do. I wanted to go into first person view just so I can really just absorb my environment, right? There is no first person view in PAX Day. And as far as I've been told and everything I've read on the forums and the website and Steam and everything, Ashes of Creation doesn't have a first person view. And people have asked about it, and the Ashes of Creation community, you know what they responded with? They're like, go play a different game. This is a third-person view game, and if you don't like that, go elsewhere. I'm like, oof, sheesh, what a nice way to advertise your MMO with such toxicity. It's just, all I'm asking for is, and it wasn't said to me, but that was like the way it was presented. Now, I saw another comment that was like a little bit different. They're like, it's a modern MMO, it's PvP-centric, it's not really a PvE game, and that's why there's no first-person view. And they also said something about animations, and it's too hard for them to do that. And I was like, I didn't understand that part of it. I don't know what's so hard about zooming into first person, right? But yeah, when I heard that recently, and I kind of put 1 and 2 together, like 1, it's a PvP game, and 2, it's third person. I'm like, oh, it's like a modern MMO. It's something that I probably won't play. But it was on the list of my top 5, right? I always was like, Ashes of Creation is a game I'm definitely going to play, and I'm still going to play it and try it out. But if every time I leave town to chop down trees or go do a dungeon or do any kind of questing, if I always have to have the stress of worrying about somebody ganking me, because it's a forced PvP environment. Like, you're not tagged PvP, but my understanding is that people can attack you, but there's got to be a penalty to them for attacking you. But they can't attack you. Like, you can't lock yourself out of it, is what I understand. If I'm wrong, please correct me. I'm not saying this is gospel. But I was like, man, I after a long day of work, I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to deal with that. Maybe I would like to do that sometimes, but I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of it, just like most people. Like, I'd want to be the one hiding in the trees, waiting for that low-level sucker and just steal everything he just got. You know, if anyone's played Rust, you know what I'm talking about. It's a super toxic game, but it's super fun. In the right mood. But it's not a war. Like if I can't go first person view in Ashes of Creation and enjoy the unreal, amazing, super realistic graphics, then it's not for me. It's not immersive, right? Anyways, I'm gonna give them a reason of the doubt and say they're probably gonna work more on the PvE aspect, and they're probably gonna implement first person view, and it's probably gonna be an amazing MMO. So I'm not knocking Ashes of Creation. I'm not gonna be like all of them and some of the other people, you know, just like the people that bash Pantheon or Rise of the Fallen. I'm not bashing Ashes of Creation. I think it's going to be a great game. I've been following it since the day that it was announced over 10 years ago. So I'm just as excited for Ashes as I am any MMO. Anyways, so Mick Moogle said same. My first MMO was Ragnarok Online, and then I moved to beta test and play Final Fantasy 11, which Pantheon really reminds me of. That seems a bit silly. It hurts no one. It hurts no one to add it. Okay, talking about first person view. If someone wants to PvP in first person, then by all means take that handicap. That's exactly my point. I really wish I could pull up that comment right now if I could find it. Hold on, let me, I'm just gonna check really quick, I'm sorry. There we go. Is PvP optional? First person. Okay, will this game continue? Alright, let me, so this is from 6 years ago, right? So this obviously has to be taken with a grain of salt, right? And all right, I have not seen videos or information on this topic that could give me a conclusive answer. I hope the answer is yes. I find that the first-person view to be much more immersive, and I'm sure plenty of others agree. Right, I'm one of those people. It would be ideal to have the option for both, so hopefully that will happen. I think the only first-person view will be like one in WoW. Zoom in and you won't see your character at all. Not hands, not weapon. Yes, that's okay. That's all we're asking for. Like, we're not asking for anything else. This comment gets me. The more they move away from first-person view, the better. That's interesting. Let's see, it does seem more so. ESO is a great game. Don't worry, the guy that called Fanboy is one of the best. Here's another comment, like regarding why first person view. Why? You will be completely destroyed by everyone else in PvP. Say this claim is true, that doesn't mean one couldn't use first person in PvE for greater immersion and third person in PvP for greater advantage. Yeah, like, and that's the thing. Like, when it comes to an MMO, a community is everything, right? And if we're talking about like a Rust-like PvP MMO community where it's all about just like min-max metas, then it sounds like it's going to be a great game. It's probably going to be the best PvP-centric MMO out there. Ashes of Creation, number one. But it's definitely not going to be on my list of games to play, and that's okay. Just not my preference. Oh, Steven said no first person. It complicates animations and art. Thanks for letting me know. While I still think having an option as I do, I won't let it hold me back playing and enjoying the game. Yeah, same. I'll probably try it out once or twice. Why would you not want better vision in an MMO? You'd be handicapped every way. It feels pretty counterintuitive for the devs to make this. Yeah, so it's like people are really standing by the idea of first-person view is just a terrible thing, you know? And this guy gets it, right? Because it's fun to be more realistic sometimes. Yeah, you want to be in your character. You know what I mean? Some people are agreeing, yada yada. Personally, I like to see some VR support. Would make no sense. It's an MMORPG. Looking at VR content in its actual state. Blah blah blah. Also, there's no more complex type of game than MMO. That's talking about something else. So yeah, it's about options. Of course, you're going to get wrecked if you go into combat in first-person mode. It's nice to have the option. You guys do know that you can do other stuff in-game than just combat, right? Like walking around in cities and player house. In those instances, first-person view is awesome. Yeah, 100%. Upvote. It's. I think here's my takeaway from everything I just read and what I've been getting. And again, I'm trying to be very careful how I say this. It doesn't seem like a very welcoming community, and that's part of the reasons why I play MMOs. Is because of the people that I meet. It's a massively multiplayer role-playing game. You're playing the role of a character with a massive amount of people in multiplayer. So you're playing with other humans, and you kind of prefer probably that those humans are cool to be around. Like, would you want to go to a concert? Unless it's like a heavy metal concert or something like that. Would you want to go to a heavy metal concert where everyone's just rude, mean, belittling, degrading, laughing at you, ganking you? Like, no. You'd want to stay far away from that. You want to go to a concert where you can look to the stranger on your left and the stranger on your right and just be like, heck yeah, man, we're having a blast. I don't know you, but we're doing the same thing. We're vibing, and we're just having a blast, you know? Sure, there's going to be conflict. Sure, there's going to be disagreements, but that's definitely not why I want to play an MMO RPG. And so far, like with some of these comments I've been reading, it just makes me want to distance myself further and further from that game. So, just my opinion. Again, this is coming from a person that's followed it since day one and has most recently kind of just realized that I might not fall into the category. I might not be the type of person they want in their MMO, and that's okay. They will probably be the number one mainstream MMO. They will probably make a lot of money, and that's good for them. I will stick to the classically inspired MMOs like Pantheon, Monsters and Memories being my number one pick. Evercraft. I think there's a lot of options for people like us, and it's a good time to be a classic MMO nerd. McGoogle said, yeah, their decision to go force PvP is going to be that game's unmaking, unfortunately. I get that the PvP ethos is their whole jam, but the inherent toxicity is going to stymie that game. I agree, and in more ways than one. McMoogle Plus, I watch all the dev diaries, and it looks like a great PvE experience, which kind of blows my mind that they know they can deliver an amazing PvE game and want to force PvP on all players. Yeah, that's my thing. It's like when I look at that game, I'm like, they're onto something. They're building a beautiful world, with so many cool concepts, so many good gameplay mechanics. Like the world is beautiful, the mobs are beautiful, the mechanics are great. Like from a PvE standpoint, they have a real winner. What else did I want to say? One thing that did throw me off, I was watching, like, you know how they have these, they have the development streams and they showcase like the different skins, right? The different skins of armor. And my understanding, and this was said by Steven and the team, that there will be that they don't plan on microtransactions that are pay to win. But my understanding, and if this has changed, then somebody correct me. I'm not bashing. This is just an observation. Is that there will be microtransactions in the form of cosmetics. And I've said this before, but like me buying this shield right now, even though it's super basic, upgrading from that wooden shield is like night and day excitement. I'm so excited that I got this shield, right? Because it's that gradual progression, right? Slow and steady, slowly seeing my character grow from being completely naked and having nothing to leather armor with a sword and this. But if you're telling me that none of that matters and I can just buy cosmetics, sure, it doesn't increase my armor rating, sure, it doesn't make me resist anything better, but it just looks cool, then what's the point of going after the dungeon where you defeat the dragon and you get the dragon scale plate mail, or dragon scale is not plate, but you know what I mean, dragon scale whatever chest pieces, right? Or like EQ EverQuest did a great job of like having these sets like the Shadowbane whatever, and like once you get the full set you're like all blacked out and it's like black plate mail. Or I don't remember all the names of the EQ ones because I never played high level, but like 50% of what I like about MMOs is the progression in armor. Like, for example, this guy, he's wearing the ring mail, right? The when you see him, like he's a guard, like you'd say, yeah, I definitely want to upgrade my armor. But when you see a high level player come into a newbie zone, like in Throne Fast, coming back from his adventures, and you see him, he's got a flaming flipping sword, he's got a helmet, a plate mail helmet with horns on it, he's got a chest piece that has gold embroidered and like say the Throne Fast lion like this. Like you look at that dude and you're just like, dang, he looks sick. He looks sick. I'm like, I want to be that dude. But if none of that matters and you can just buy the cosmetics, then it's like you're like, oh, that guy's stuff looks cool. I wonder what category in the cash shop he bought it from. So anyways, I hope I'm wrong. I think it was a good segue back to like the conversation of this, like cool armor and stuff is gonna look cool and stuff and cool. McGoogle said cosmetic MTX doesn't bother me in a game like Path of Exile where leveling experiences and ancillary to overall experience, but in a game where every level is earned, cosmetics are kind of lame. I agree. McGoogle said, you talking about the high level players reminds me of the FFX days. I started as a Dragoon and I saw a high level player in a fully kitted out artifact armor and such, and I was like, bro, yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You that's exactly what it's almost like being a kid and seeing the yellow Lamborghini pull up, right? And the first time you see that yellow Lamborghini and the guy comes out with his grease-bagged hair and his sunglasses and his gold watch, you know, with his golf shirt with his pretty token wife next to him, like you're a kid and you're just like, wow, man, that guy's cool. I want to be like him. I want to be a millionaire, right? And then all your dreams and wishes get crushed when you realize that it doesn't happen like that. But it's the same thing in a MMO. It's just like, yeah, man, it gives you that side quest. Right, instead of the game giving you a side quest saying go kill 10 mobs, it gives you a reason to keep playing. You make your own side quest, so to speak. And I'm here for it. All right, so let's see who is refresh. There's a whole lot of people here, but no one wants to group. That's a shame. One thing I've noticed after logging in today, and this is the first time I've noticed it. A lot of the stuff is getting drawn in, like, what do you call it when it's something pops, like the artifacts pop up? That wasn't happening to me on the other play sessions. I wonder if something in the settings changed. Graphics should all be maxed out. Performance high. Performance low. Oh. Oh, that's a big difference. Kantika 11 Monk looking for group. Ah, poppin'. Yeah, yeah. There was. I noticed some poppin' this time around. It wasn't doing it, or maybe I wasn't noticing it. But I feel like they scaled down the something with the performance to make it less laggy. I haven't had any lag, so I'm not sure why they did that. I mean, I am getting 95 FPS according to my top left of my screen right now. In some places I'm getting 120 steady, but I'm also streaming at the same time, so I'm assuming that is going to play a role. All right. Draw distance. Yeah, popping. Draw distance has been good, but it's just the popping. Like, some of the textures were popping in more than I'm used to. So I don't know. I'd like to say it's my imagination, but I don't think so. I think they tweaked some things. I have not been having any performance issues, so I would prefer that they don't mess around with my ability to push my system to the limit. Push it to the limit. Alright, I want to go explore and see what that pink thing is over there. Young black bear is prepared to attack. Large brown rat. He's cool. Got a wolf ready to attack, and he's white. That's an even con. We don't want to fight right now. Zabutify said I logged out. Getting a little late for me. Yeah, it's getting a little late for me too. I should probably go to bed. And I will. At the 2-hour mark, so we're 1 hour 38 minutes in. I'm going to make this a very short stream. I've been, like I always say that this is not the place to talk about personal life, but I'll just say this. I've had so many things going on between family and kids and in-laws and work and yada, yada, yada. I literally had to call out of work due to physical exhaustion today. I was just exhausted. This is cool. Let me shut up and let's just enjoy the game. Take some screenshots. Oh, that's dope. Come on, man. Get the lighting just right. Oh. There's some questers right there. Level 16. Yikes. McGoogle said, replying to calling out, there's nothing wrong with that, and the stigma surrounding it really needs to go away of the Buffalo. Everybody needs downtime, absolutely. Zabutify said, everyone needs downtime. McGoogle said, boss I worked for previously always made it clear that if you need a day off for any reason, mental health day, whatever, you need to take that day off because you're important. Glad you took the time you needed. Yeah, I'd like to say it was the time I needed, but I really need more time. It's just, I work in IT, sales, and with every day I take off, it's things kind of start falling through the cracks, and then I get behind. And I work for businesses, and pretty large businesses, and I've allowed them to be a little too dependent of me sometimes. So yeah, like my bosses encourage it. They're like, yeah, take time off and take care of your mental health, take care of your family. I have some really great leadership. But it's really because I provide a service that is critical to businesses literally staying afloat. Sometimes they don't communicate their issues up the chain of command properly, and they rely on me, which is my fault. I need to do a better job of training my customers to let them know that, you know, I'm here to provide, fill like a sales role, but I'm not a support specialist. I'm not good at that. I wasn't trained as a support specialist. I'm here to consult and explain how the service works and how it's going to benefit your business, and listen to your pain points and explain how it's the right fit or maybe it's not the right fit. But if something breaks, I'm not the person to call, you know, and I think that's what I need to change. And, you know, that's just a personal thing I need to fix. But yeah, I definitely need to take more time off. Last year, I took no vacation. Like, none. And this is a message to everyone. I want to echo what McGoogle and Zabutify said. You're both absolutely right. You got to take care of your mental health, and anyone that tells you otherwise, that there's something wrong with taking off work, those people are wrong. You got to take time off, and you got to take care of yourself first, and nothing is more important than your mental health and your physical health. This is a nifty little place, and of course you can't swim in it yet. We're just gonna... I wonder what it looks like under the water, though. Oh, okay, it's not letting us do it. I'm gonna turn up the sounds here. I want to hear it. Yeah, this looks really cool. I love knowing that none of these textures are final, and that this is just gonna keep looking better and better. Like, I could live and play this game right now and just be like, yeah, this looks great. I love it. But this is not final. That's the net of it. Is none of this is final, and all of this is gonna be tweaked and revamped and retextured. It's really cool. I love how they're going for the different atmospheres and environments. So, my Google said, yeah, a lot of that happening in businesses today. Yep. Every time I say your name, my phone is going crazy because it thinks I'm saying, okay, Google. I'm like, why is my phone turning on? And it's like, oh, because I'm saying McGoogle. One thing I like about the climbing and the verticality is I was getting chased by... What the heck is that? Wander Jim Rodell. There's literally a dude just chilling right there. Yo, are you lost, bro? Why is there a dude stuck in the wall? So there's season 3 right there, I think. That's where we're gonna be, if I'm high enough level, where I plan on going next season. Look at the contrast. You got this crazy pink thing going on. You got your regular high mountain top there with the pretty looking clouds. And then you got the mountain peak. Again, I said this at the beginning of the stream. It's like, as long as the whole game isn't like this, like, I don't want it to be all that. Oh, what's that? Do you guys see what I see? This is what I was talking about earlier, points of interest. Like, who needs a map when you have something like this? Oh, cool, an ash tree. Aren't we looking for ash? Yep. Okay, hey, this is a good time to remind everyone. You are looking at an alpha build. Kudos to them for actually letting us be a part of this, though. So good. I don't know what my obsession is with sour candy. Oh, another point of interest. That kind of looks like droid rings or something like that. But again, I'm just going to say it again. Like I said at the beginning of the stream. Look, another point of interest. 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 Like, they are on the right track. Like, that is what is going to set this game apart. And again, I'm not knocking PAX Day. I'm just using it as an example. When I played PAX Day, even though it was the most beautiful game I've ever seen, as far as like the forest and the mountains and the lighting and all that good stuff, there was no points of interest. Like, I had to run like all the way across the map until I finally found this like broken down like building, and there was like some kind of like undead type of, or cannibals or something like that. And I had to run so far to get there that by the time I was there, I was exhausted from running. Like, I was mentally fatigued. I'm like, man, I'm not an advocate of fast travel, but in PAX Day, I was like, yeah, this game needs fast travel. Yeah. Obviously, all this is work in progress, so that's why it looks crazy. But that looks more like a plains biome. Ah, wild vegetables. Let's see if we can get some time. I've been talking a lot tonight. Nice. My paycheck was just deposited. Wild onion. Yeah, no, this is cool, man. We're going to explore a little bit more and call it a night. I'm having a great time right now. This is the therapy I needed, to be honest. overall, like after all the testing and playing I've done, even in its current alpha state of like bugginess and gray boxing, even though it's not really gray boxing, it's just like you can tell when something's like placeholder texture. I've really had a great time. Everything from exploration to staring at the pixels to the group mechanics to the crafting mechanics. It's all just been fun. I can't. Okay, so invisible wall. They don't want me to go over here, and I really wanted that. So this is off limits. This is another way of saying this game is intended to be an alpha testing environment, and we're not going to give away the rest of the game. So this is off limits. I'm going to try to get over there, but we're probably going to be locked out of that area too. One of the things I will assure you, whoever's listening or watching, I have no intention of min-maxing or finding a meta or anything like that. I don't intend on really doing too much of everything, and I don't want to absorb all the content, you know. When this game releases, I want it to be a unique adventure. I want it to be full of surprises, and I don't want to spoil anything, you know. So a lot of what I do is going to be like baseline stuff. Oh my gosh, I don't know how I saved that. Come on. Can we stop right here? Okay, rest. I don't know how I survived that. But yeah, no spoilers. As we go through these playtests, a lot of it is just going to be the bare minimum. I think if you're into like more in-depth stuff, there's some other people I would recommend checking out, like Redbeard Flynn, Nathan Napalm, Static Group Live, and there's one other guy who's good. Let me remember what his name is.